All right, so music.
What's the intro? Oh, we have
music
that.
is.
We have that.
Boom, boom. Is it a rap thing? It's a rap thing.
The intro thing is the thing.
Yeah, I don't remember what kind of music.
We don't need to worry about that. It's just
gonna play, and then we're
gonna
gonna
start.
All right.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, good day. I don't know what time it is that you're watching this.
Yep, but it's afternoon for us right now,
Yeah.
and we're recording this.
Right after work. Still got on her work clothes.
Yeah.
She still has on, she's just showing off the doctor.
That is not true. Why are you doing that?
And I'm proud of you. That's awesome. That's good. That's good stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Let's move on.
All right. Well, I'm Baldwyn English, and this is...
I think I said who I was already.
You did? Okay, my bad. So we're husband and wife, and this is our first...
of many.
Yeah, well, I was going to say it's our first podcast that we're actually posting, because we've recorded one, at least a couple before.
Yes, we have. Throughout the years, we've recorded a couple videos in an attempt to have a YouTube channel and have content, but just never posted it.
Never posted it. So this is it. Welcome to the English Exchange.
Yes, welcome to the English Exchange.
And you picked that name for us, right?
Yes.
Why did you like it?
Well, you kind of...
I gave you a bunch.
We gave you a bunch. I just thought it just sounded really nice. And I just think it just really encapsulated kind of what we're trying to do.
Yeah. We're trying to, how we talk is like an exchange of information.
Right.
And we want to share that with the billions of people
who are going to watch us.
That will be watching this program.
Yeah, right. But okay.
So,
let's think positive anyway. Mm-hmm.
So by introduction, since this is our first legit podcast, want to introduce yourself to the world?
So I'm Shirley English, and I am a nurse practitioner. I have my own practice. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I am a daughter, sister, and all of that. And I think we've been married now for 20 plus years, and I think we have a wealth of knowledge we can share.
A wealth of information to share. Yes.
To share with others, and maybe you'll just make their journey a little bit easier and just have a little.
Are you saying ours was difficult?
I mean, you don't think there was any difficulties in ours?
Smooth sailing from my perspective.
Really? You're a liar. Okay, anyway. So that's me. I'm I do psychiatry. That's part of my practice, and I'm into integrative holistic medicine, and I really love what I do. And it just started, that journey for me started a long time ago, but maybe another video on that. But
yeah, we should do a video kind of on the path that you took. Mine is pretty straightforward, I think, sort of a little elongated, but yours was,
as far as career.
Yeah, just in terms of the growth. I mean, literally step by step. We'll save that for another day. So I'm Baldwyn English, as I said, recovering attorney, right? Currently I work in utility industry. As she said, I'm a father of two. A friend to many, I would think, right?
Yeah, very, very popular.
I don't know about popular.
You're the extroverted one of the two of us. I'm the more introverted one.
And I am really I'm introverted.
Keep saying that, but I mean, I hear you. I hear sometimes you have some social.
I have my moments where I just
issues.
rather be on the corner, sipping my ginger ale, watching the world go by. Sometimes I'm perfectly comfortable in that space. Yeah.
Okay.
And what else? Very active in the local church as well, and in the community to a large extent, partially due to my job as well. It kind of calls for that, and that's about it. So, your background is
career-wise?
No.
Cultural.
Culturally,
yes.
Yeah.
I am Haitian,
and I'm Jamaican as well. So that even provides some fodder sometimes. Who
absolutely. Has the best rice? Food in general.
Yeah. Y'all got rice. I ain't gonna front. Y'all got some good rice.
But in general, the best food.
In general is
Haitian.
certainly Jamaican.
Okay. Okay.
All right,
We're just gonna agree to disagree.
That's another show for another day. So by way of introduction, when we kind of were formulating this podcast, we thought that our first podcast should maybe introduce us, how we met, and so forth. And then we had an opportunity to sit on a panel.
Yeah, recently,
a couple weeks ago, and it's funny because we came up with the title for this first one based on how we met, and the title is as you probably seen by now, ladies, shoot your shot. Ladies, you gotta shoot your shot. You can't be afraid to shoot your shot, right? And that's kind of how we met. And we sat on this panel, and the first question right out of the box was,
oh, what was it exactly? Like, do you recommend that women kind of go up to men? And
she said, shoot your shot.
She said that exactly?
She literally said, shoot your shot.
Yeah.
So we're going to play the video. If it works, we're going to play it right now because we were trying to video with like a professional camera and it didn't work. None of the sound worked. So we did have our phone set up as a backup. So we're going to listen to it, see if we can catch it, maybe catch a little bit of a response here. And if not, we're going to continue on going, right? But we decided to go with this lady shoot your shot because of how we met, right? So do you want to the extent that the video didn't play or didn't sound good, do you want to share that story from your perspective?
Okay, so yeah, so I had just graduated nursing school and working and I don't know if that was what kind of gave me the confidence. You know what? And I'm just thinking back to even just in dating in general. I think I wasn't afraid to, just go up to a guy. I think my mindset was, if you don't do something about it, nothing's going to happen. If you don't...
You went up to other guys? What you trying to tell me?
I'm just saying I have. I'm not saying it's like I just did constantly, but I have. You weren't the first one.
Okay, all right.
Is that okay? You're right?
It's got to be okay. It's been 21 years.
It was the secret, but anyway. It wasn't a secret. Anyway, so so I was confident, I was working, just kind of doing my thing. And I think that, we had some friends in common. And then, so I've, heard about you, seen you around, and, I decided, a lot of my friends around that time, a few of my friends were like getting married. And I was really thinking, man, what is it going to be me? I think I was 22 or 23 at the time.
Oh my gosh, 22.
Yeah, right. Right, just run to the altar. I don't know. But yeah, it just kind of felt like, when is it going to be my turn? So anyway, so a good friend of mine, and I've been dating. So I've been dating kind of all around guys. And a friend of mine was like, hey, just write a list of what you're looking for a guy. And, really more character driven, less about looks and all of that. So I really wrote a letter and I prayed about it. And I wanted someone who was in church, who loved God, who was family oriented, just a generally good person, respectful, goal oriented, and in school or work, just doing
something.
Yeah, doing something. Right. And so
potential.
Yeah, wrote the list down. I didn't have like a height. I didn't write anything about height or looks or anything like that.
You said you didn't have a looks requirement.
I didn't, but anyway.
Just to be clear, I wasn't.
Yeah, no, but I figured if God's gonna send me someone, it's gonna be someone that I'm interested in.
Moderately attracted to.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. So I don't know what the time frame was from when I did the list to when you kind of like, oh yeah, what about him?
Was it short? Was it months, weeks?
I honestly don't remember. It may have been weeks. It wasn't a very long time. It wasn't a very long time. So anyway. So I knew that he was teaching a choir, so not to be too long-winded, went to the choir rehearsal. I decided to join the choir so I could talk to him. And, went to choir. I think I only went to choir but once.
I think so.
Maybe once or twice, just to, get the deal done.
Shady, bro. Shady.
So was at choir, and then once choir was over and, people were hanging out. So I just kind of was waiting around for my opportunity to go talk to him. So I went to go talk to him. Did a little small talk. We didn't talk for too long, I don't think. And then right after the conversation was kind of winding down, I basically told him that I was interested in him and, wanted to, go out and see what he thought of that. And what did you say when I kind of told you I wanted to go out? Like, do you remember how I said it exactly?
I don't remember exactly, but you were pretty straightforward.
Pretty
you were
bold.
Like, so what's up? We're gonna go out or what? I mean, you were pretty straightforward.
Maybe some version of that. So, okay. And so you turned me down.
I didn't turn you down. The literal words I said were, I'm damaged goods, right? Remember that?
Yeah,
I said I'm damaged
absolutely.
goods only because I had previously been in a relationship, had actually was engaged, and it had been about a year at this point in time, and I hadn't dated anyone. I'm just all about ministry, and I think I was studying for the LSAT to get into law school, so I was just pretty focused on those things, and wasn't really looking or anyone, because I knew I was going to go away, hopefully to school and this and that. But that I do remember you that day. Did you just get your hair done? I felt like you were like fresh.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I had like recently. I had like the Holly Berry haircut, a little short.
You had braids, didn't you have braids? You had the Holly Berry short hair?
I had the Holly Berry short haircut.
Really do
I didn't do braids. I don't really do braids.
Yeah, it was a Holly Berry shortcut.
Yeah, and I thought I was just too cute.
Yes.
I just got it done. It was fresh, and so that confidence was like really high. So
that first, you had just gotten a brand new Toyota Camry.
Listen, I'm a nurse. I'm making money. Bought a car. That's a nice outfit on. So I was really feeling my nails were done.
Yes.
All of that.
Feeling yourself, queen.
Yeah. Okay. And so you told me this. I'm like, okay, he's not interested. And again, because I was really confident, I was like, okay, his loss.
Whatever.
I didn't feel any type of way. I didn't feel hurt. I just like, okay, it's just, you kind of let me down softly,
Easy?
I think.
Okay.
I took it I think, did you walk me to my car?
I believe I walked you to your car to school, and yes.
So even though you said no, we still continued to talk, and then we walked over to our cars, and then we just said goodnight, and that was that. And I went on my way, you went on your way, and then a week later, right? You called me?
About a week later.
You called me.
Because I was a choir director, I guess you had literally signed up to be in a choir.
Yeah.
So you gave somebody your number, and I guess I had access to it, and I saw it.
No, remember we have a mutual friend that had my number. Remember?
That's how I got it? No, I think I got it because you signed up to be in the choir.
I don't think so. I think you may have gotten it from a mutual friend.
So
anyway,
I
remember our mutual friend? Yeah, because he told me about you. He was like, yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
So that was another reason. Yeah, people were just saying that he was a good guy. So I wasn't too worried that he was going to
So I called.
Yeah, you called, and then that was his.
So remember, she's Haitian,
Let's not make this too long.
Yeah, I'm not going to make it long, but she's Haitian. So I called a friend, and most of my friends growing up here seem to be of the Haitian background. We're in South Florida, right? Mm-hmm. And I called a friend of mine and said, I want to talk to this girl. I want to say something. What should I say? How do I say something in Creole? If I call. Mm-hmm. He was like, well, no, the mom may answer or the parent may answer. So you want to talk French. That kind of sets you apart. Was it French?
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Or wasn't it Creole?
Puis parler avec? What's that?
Okay, let's not do that.
So I said,
don't do that. Please don't say it.
I said it. So I called
it's not good.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying the story. So I called the house and I say, allô, bonsoir. And it was a mom that answered, bonsoir. And she had a curious thing. I said, puis parler avec Shirley, s'il vous plaît? And she just was kind of quiet for a second. It doesn't sound good?
What's prige?
I don't know.
Is that
Well, it's close to something.
I don't know. You trying to say please?
No.
Okay.
Somebody that speaks French,
okay.
say if I'm close to whatever the word is, but that's what I remember. And she said, hold on. And then she's called out Shirley, somebody's on the phone for you. And Shirley said, who? You were like, I don't know why. Did you have a cell phone at that moment in time?
Yeah.
Probably. So
so anyone who's calling me is calling on my
cell phone. Yeah. So who's calling the house line? Yeah. So I called the house line and she came on the phone.
Yeah, because she was like, some dude is calling you. And my mom was like, who is this guy calling you? Because Asian parents are very...
Even though you were like 20-something years old.
They're very strict. Yeah, they're very strict.
I get
it. Anyway,
so she came on the phone. She was surprised it was me, and 21 years later, we're together.
Yes.
So the point of it is
shooting
your shot.
Yeah, but do your homework, right? Make sure it's a good person. A quality. Someone has a good characteristic. Who is a good person. Who loves their family. Who respects others, love others.
That's true. I mean, because I've never like holler at a girl on the street, you know what I mean? Or just someone I didn't know. That was never my style per se, to go out and get
You've
the
never
digits.
done that before? You've never kind of just met someone on the street and they're like, hey,
No, I've
you
never.
thought they were cute and
No. It's always a connection somehow. It's I met them at church, or maybe I don't think I'd ever dated anyone at work. Generally at church, or maybe at school. You know, so I know something about them, and so it's never like a very cold thing. For me, it's got to be a little bit of a warm thing. I'm feeling you out a little bit. So for you to do that, even though you knew about me, that was probably way more, you know, kind of direct than I would have been to someone I didn't really know. You know what I mean? So, you know, not that I'm a catch or anything, but I know that women are generally, well, I appreciate that. Women are generally afraid to shoot their shot. And you didn't. We're here many years later.
I mean, we're afraid of getting our feelings hurt and being turned down, and you know, but
men are too.
Yeah,
men are. That's what men go through all the time.
It's just about shooting your shot, and again, you know, the way I grew up, if I wanted anything in life, I had to go after it. Like nothing was really like handed to me, in kind of any scenario. So you know, I didn't grow up easy. You know, I didn't grow up soft. I think, or have a soft life. You know, we grew up, you know, I wouldn't say poor. You know, we had what we needed, right? But I always knew if I wanted something more or wanted anything more than what I had to go out and get it. It wasn't going to be handed to me. It wasn't going to be given to me by my parents. You know, they gave me what they could. So I'm not going to get on them for that. So they did the best that they could, you know, given what they had, the resources and things that they had back then. But I always knew I wanted more than what I had. And so I was going to have to go out and get it.
That's crazy. I mean, that's great. That's great. Yeah. You've shown that throughout the marriage. You're going to go get it. That's true. So you're shooting your shot wasn't like an aberration for who you are.
Right.
You see something.
Yeah.
You want to attain whatever it is. You're going to go out and get it. I have seen that in your life. So. So that's it. I don't know if I have anything else to say about this topic. Trying to hopefully encourage a young woman out there.
Yeah, and men too. But
men too.
Right, but I know ladies, it's like, oh, you're gonna wait. I don't know this generation. I don't know if they're waiting like that to. You know, I think if they're interested,
a lot of women are waiting still. I mean, that young lady that posed this question, she was waiting. She was like, I don't shoot my. You know, she had a list and she had all of this and. You know,
I mean, I don't know. Does that mean that I'm just thinking that this current generation, they're more open, like women or young women are more open to going up to a guy than maybe 20 years ago. You don't think so? You think it's worse?
I think they're more open to going up to a guy through DMs.
Okay, not
in real life. And look, I'm old.
I don't know. You tell us. Let us know. Are we?
Put in the comments.
We don't know what we're talking about. Is it true? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, let us know and we'll talk about it. Maybe we'll have a follow-up video on that. I don't know. But yeah, so that's what happened, and we've been married ever since. Granted, listen, you know, he's great, but you know, he's not perfect. He has his thing, and I'm sure I have my thing. So marriage, you know, you're constantly growing and changing. You know, I'm not the same person I was 20 years ago, and neither are you.
Hopefully not. Hopefully we grow. I mean, personality-wise, yes, but you learn, you know. I think you've changed more.
I feel like I'm always like, I'm very introspective. I'm always like trying to like better myself, not just like with education or anything like that, but just life and just as a person, you know, just
as a parent, as a partner,
a partner, a friend. I just want to be a better person to people I come across. But it's been difficult again because I'm very shy generally, even though I go up to guys. It's a weird situation. I'm very shy and introverted, but then if I want something, I'm gonna do what I gotta do and get it, and then come back, you know, go back in again.
Yes.
So sweet. Yeah. But anyway, that's okay. That's me. So I'm okay with that.
All right. Cool. Anything else?
No, that's it. So I don't know. Did you want to like close it up with like some type of biblical?
You gonna put me on the spot like that?
I don't know.
Oh,
you don't have to.
Have mercy.
What is it?
We have to pause here. So go.
You don't have to. It's okay.
Listen. So I think you said it right. Right. To an extent, what you did was after dating all these, whatever other people.
Yeah.
That you took a step back
Yeah.
and you said, look, God, right? Was it like that? I don't want to put words in your mouth. Was
I
it
took a
almost
step
like
back.
a prayer?
I was dating one of those guys at the time.
No, but I mean, not physically. Okay. I don't mean, I gotta go there. But I meant, at least you paused in your mind at some point and said, look, I need to write. Let me pause, see what I want. And did you pray about it?
Yes, I prayed about it. And again,
about
I reached out to a very good friend of mine who always generally gave me good advice over, the length of our relationship. So I knew I could trust
She said,
her.
write the
And
list.
then again, she was married, and
Yeah.
so I'm like, hey, she must know something.
She was married before us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, hey, the Bible says, write the vision
there
and
you go.
make it
There you
plain,
go.
right?
There you go.
And it also says, seek ye first the kingdom of God. So she paused, she sought prayer. Through prayer, she sought some guidance. I'd like to say the Spirit led her to her friend who gave her some practical advice to write it down that made it plain in her mind so that when the blessing of her life stepped into her life,
right,
that it was made clear.
Okay.
It was made clear, and God has been good to us both. Amen.
Yeah. Amen. Yeah.
All right.
So
That's all I got. You put me on the spot, and look, the Spirit came through. So, hope you enjoyed this first episode. We will be back. I don't know how often. She's busy. I'm busy. We got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Hopefully weekly. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But we want you to. I never thought I would say this. I just laughed at somebody saying this the other day at the
What?
beach. Remember at the beach at the air show? We saw like an older gentleman. Oh, I don't even think it was you. I was like, look at. He was on a video camera recording something, at the beach. And it was, guy was like probably in the 70s. I said, is that guy out there saying like and subscribe, to our... It was me and some of the guys. We were kind of laughing, but now we're going to say it.
If you're going to say it, if you like it.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, if you like us, and you think we have something interesting to say that might, interest you. Yeah. Subscribe and like.
I know our kids are listening around the corner. They're probably dying laughing.
I know. They're so embarrassed that we're doing this, but that's okay. They'll be all right.
Later.
All right. Bye.